Showtime's upcoming sequel series Dexter, Resurrection has confirmed that David Zayas is returning as Angel Batista, fixing one of the biggest complaints about the character's appearance in the limited revival series New Blood. 3 years after Dexter, New Blood's divisive ending seemingly killed off the titular character and saw Harrison Morgan flee after shooting his father. Michael C. Hall's Dexter Morgan is officially alive and back in Dexter, Resurrection. Showtime's prequel Dexter, Original Sin confirmed that Dexter was miraculously revived by doctors after being shot, meaning a major fallout is coming after he was exposed as the Bay Harbor Butcher. After bringing Dexter Morgan back to life, the sequel series is also bringing back some important characters from the original show to explore the aftermath of Dexter being shot, outed as a serial killer, and facing severe consequences for his crimes. In addition to Michael C. Hall, the confirmed returning cast members in Dexter, Resurrection so far include James Remar as Harry Morgan, Jack Alcott as Harrison Morgan, and David Zayas as Angel Batista, the latter two having also appeared in New Blood. With Batista's return in Resurrection, the new sequel is expanding on some missed opportunities from New Blood. David Zayas being a series regular in Dexter, Resurrection means Batista and Dexter's confrontation will finally happen. Batista's return in New Blood felt unfinished. While it was incredibly exciting to see David Zayas back as Angel Batista in Dexter, New Blood, the revival series didn't do much to pay off his return. Batista appeared at a conference that was attended by Angela, and the two even discussed the missing women in Iron Lake, Dexter's Trinity killer case, the death of Deborah Morgan, the supposed death of Dexter Morgan, and Angel not knowing what happened to Dexter's son, Harrison. Ultimately, his return confirmed that Miami Metro was still unaware that Dexter was the Real Bay Harbor Butcher after Dexter's original series ending. Zayas then briefly returned as Batista at the end of Dexter, New Blood, as Angela had called him for more information on the Bay Harbor Butcher, having already suspected Dexter as a killer. In that scene, Batista found out that Dexter had faked his death, and began to suspect that Dexter may have been responsible for Maria Lagerta's death. Batista said he would be coming to Iron Lake with files about Lagerta's death the next morning, but New Blood never followed up on this. Rather, the show ended without a reunion between Angel and Dexter or a confrontation regarding the Bay Harbor Butcher. Therefore, New Blood bringing back Angel felt disappointing and unfulfilling, simply concluding with the suggestion that Miami Metro would finally learn the truth about Dexter being the Bay Harbor Butcher, not James Stokes. For a more satisfying conclusion, Dexter needed to be confronted by someone like Batista, who he had been lying to for decades, was close friends with, and was deeply, forever impacted by his crimes in Miami, rather than Angela, who had only known Jim Lindsay for a short time. Now that Batista is back in Dexter, Resurrection, that confrontation and fallout between the former friends will finally happen. Angel Batista's return means he'll finally get revenge for Lagerta's death. New Blood revealed that Batista suspected something wrong with Maria Lagerta's murder. Deb hugging Maria Lagerta while Dexter watches during her death scene. Having previously been married to the accomplished captain of Miami Metro Homicide, Batista was heartbroken after Lagerta's death in Dexter's Season 7 finale. While Lagerta's death was blamed on Hector Estrada, she was actually reluctantly killed by Deborah Morgan. At the end of Dexter Season 7, her suspicions about Dexter being the Bay Harbor Butcher were proven correct, and Dexter set up a trap to try to kill Lagerta before she could expose him. Deb ended up walking in on Dexter as he was about to kill Lagerta, with the latter then waking up and trying to convince Deb to shoot Dexter instead. Ultimately, Deb made the difficult decision to kill Lagerta to keep Dexter's secret, which haunted her until her own death in Dexter's Season 8 finale. While Deb and Dexter's role in Lagerta's murder was covered up, Batista's return in New Blood revealed that he long had suspicions about something being wrong with the circumstances of her death. After New Blood, Batista now must confirm that Dexter was involved. When Dexter and Batista reunite in Dexter, Resurrection, the latter will finally be able to figure out the truth about how and why Lagerta was killed. If he admits the truth, Dexter will likely protect Deb's memory by explaining that he was the one who shot and murdered Lagerta, which will only increase Batista's desire to bring Dexter to justice. If Dexter lies and denies any role, then Batista's story in Dexter, Resurrection will likely be centered around gathering more evidence to charge Dexter with Lagerta's murder. Will Dexter finally be imprisoned as the Bay Harbor Butcher? It wouldn't be a proper Dexter revival if he was simply in prison. Though Dexter is alive after being shot in New Blood, it's unclear what the context of his return will be in Dexter, Resurrection. Dexter has already escaped jail after being wanted for Matt Caldwell's murder in Iron Lake, and will likely be under police supervision while recovering in the hospital. It's possible that Dexter will then try to escape the hospital, perhaps sending Batista and other authorities on a manhunt to apprehend Dexter, confirm his identity as the Bay Harbor Butcher, and imprison him for his crimes.